The harder you eat, the more stable your acting skills will be. Liu Joji Wang Churan ate rice cakes, and whose fig leaf was torn open? The story of the Willow Boat was launched with great fanfare and instantly caused a sensation. The ratings continued to rise, easily crushing the poorly received Sauvignon Blanc too. The funny baggage fell to the floor. Although the story of the Willow Boat and Sauvignon Blanc 2 are both costumed idol dramas, they have significant differences in reputation and popularity. With full curiosity, the editor approached the story of the Willow Boat and was immediately attracted by its light comedy style and real scenes. The plot begins with a quick reveal of the king of Huaiyang's attempted rebellion due to the emperor's suspicion that he has too many troops. Therefore, the thoughtful Cui Zhao launched a surprise attack on Liu Miantang's Yangshan village in the dead of night. Cui Zhao, who was out during the day, found Liu Miantang in the river who was seriously injured and had her tendons severed. He thought she was the wife of Yangshan village owner, so he took her back directly. Who could have expected that Liu Miantang would lose his memory and identify Cui Zhao as her husband based only on the purse on his waist? Cui Zhao was heartbroken and gave it a try. In order to get the secret of Yangshan's hay, he skipped the steps of getting married and acted directly as a married man. Originally, the audience thought that the plot of the story of the Willow Boat would be awkward and boring, because the development of the story can be seen at a glance. Just like Tong Lei's childish and unbearable performance, it seems that her acting skills are not only not improving, but are regressing. Who would have thought that although the married life of Cui Zhao and Liu Miantang seemed chaotic, it was actually full of laughter and quite entertaining to watch. For example, when the iron-hearted Cui Zhao and the mischievous Liu Miantang embraced for the first time, the scene was really funny. The two were as clumsy as machines, wrapping their arms around each other with awkward movements. Audiences who have not watched the plot and subtitles may mistakenly think that Cui Zhao and Liu Miantang are two strangers with limited mobility and unfamiliar with each other. Some viewers bluntly said, "This is a strange couple." Sure enough, the two of them were simply the strangest couple. One mistook crane for eagle, and the other clumsily embroidered eagle. This scene of poking each other's hearts was really exciting. The funny scene of Cui Zhao and Liu Miantang standing and chatting is hilarious, and the scene of them lying on the bed with their own thoughts is even more hilarious. One is thinking about having sex, while the other is planning to obtain secrets. It's absolutely amazing. Seriously, looking at Cui Zhao's anxious eyes and clenched hands, do you think he is about to turn into a wolf? Liu Miantang, who had lost his memory, mistakenly thought that he wanted to marry her as husband and wife. After rolling her eyes back and forth and constructing her thoughts in her mind, she got into bed and prepared to take off her clothes. To be honest, although everyone knows that the relationship between Cui Zhao and Liu Miantang is fake, the scene where they switched freely between different channels is unexpectedly funny and natural. I have to say that it was a wise decision to choose Zhang Wenyi and Wang Churan to play the lovers in the story of the Willow Boat. Not only can you see the funny scene of the donkey talking to the horse, but you can also appreciate the super cute posture of the two squirrels when they are looking for food. Wang Churan revealed Yang Zi's privacy. To be honest, the audience's impression of Wang Churan still remains on her base image, and they feel that she lacks acting skills. Who would have thought that Wang Churan's real eating scene in the story of the Willow Boat without any idle baggage directly made everyone's favorability towards her increase a lot? As a bandit, Liu Miantang was already hungry after a day of running around. She was seen eating frantically, her mouth deformed into stuffing with food, and rice grains scattered around the bowl, without any regard for image. Liu Miantang directly stuffed a huge slice of lotus root into his mouth. This action fully demonstrated his informal and bold nature like a bandit. I have to say that when Liu Miantang was eating when he saw the squirrel eating, the editor's stomach was growling with greed. It was so appetizing. The audience in the barrage commented, "Wang Churan, you eat so well. How long has it been since you last eaten?" Wang Churan's improvement in acting skills is obviously obvious to all, just like Liu Miantang's joyful expression when eating happily. To be honest, except for the powerful older actor Liu Lin, I have never seen such a real eating scene among young actors. Wang Churan filled her mouth without any scruples, even stretching her original V-shaped chin into a U-shape. Liu Miantang's bulging cheeks and mouth, coupled with her smartly moving eyes, carefully looked at the dishes on the table, and moved her chopsticks accurately without delaying the rhythm of the meal at all. Sure enough, Liu Miantang stood up in the next second, stretched his arms 1 meter away, and began to carefully pick up the vegetables and eat them. The whole process seemed very real. I have to say that with such a long lens, even from the side, Wang Churan's puffed cheeks and pouted mouth are clearly visible, which is full of realism. Liu Miantan's eating movements instantly caught Kui Zhengzhao's eyes, and at the same time, his cheeks and mouth were filled with food, creating an unexpected resonance. I have to admit that Wang Churan's dull and stiff acting skills did successfully attract widespread attention, even surpassing Yang Zi's awkward and deliberately styled performance in the mukbang. It is obviously a daily scene for ordinary people to eat, but Yang Zi always uses this to promote crying scenes. As a result, the scene of her eating seems to be eye-catching and shocking. When Yang Zi eats chicken drumsticks, the audience can only see her raising her eyebrows, her intoxicated expression, and pretending to bite her to deceive her eyes. It's really frustrating. I have to admit that Yang Zi's acting skills truly appear real, touching and unpretentious when her popularity and audience popularity have not yet increased. Yang Zi has no idle baggage. She rolls her eyes and lowers her brows. Using this posture to perform the eating cake scene truly looks natural and real, without any artificiality. As his popularity increases, Yang's acting skills seem to have become less focused. The entire drama is almost devoted to showing his cool and cool side. Yang obviously didn't bite the apple, but he still put on an expression of intoxication and enjoyment, insisting on pretending that the apple was delicious. It was really speechless. One viewer pointedly pointed out, when Yang was eating, he seemed to be thinking only about making his cheeks look thinner and his profile more beautiful. In the end, he only focused on looking cool. And Yang Nana, who rose to fame last month for her role as a blind girl in Ballad of Ice and Snow, also used fake drinking to fool the audience, which is really sad. Even Yang Ying, who had no acting skills in the first place, actually followed the crowd and used the scene of pretending to eat to get through and deceive the teachers who worked hard to pop popcorn. After watching the above-mentioned celebrities who pretend to eat, I can truly appreciate the scenes of Lei Jiayan seriously tasting the green mustard cold skin and Ethan Ruang concentrating on eating box lunches. It can be clearly seen that Lei Jiayan was severely burned by the mustard, but he still maintained a focused expression. This is exactly the quality and professional ethics that an actor should possess. Conclusion. After watching Wang Churan and Zhang Wenyi's full-hearted eating and broadcasting in the story of the Willow Boat, do you have a better impression of them? So, in your mind, which other actors' eating scenes make people feel perfunctory? Everyone is welcome to speak freely in the comment area and share your thoughts.